Michael was a different level, man. He's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some of the greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks after dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman, he tapped him on his butt, and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
And a beautiful view of stunning Chicago, close by Chicago Stadium, for a much-anticipated matchup today. Welcome, everyone, to Chicago. This is Kevin Harlan along with me, Clark Kellogg. We've got David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines as we get set to watch the Atlanta Hawks go up against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, this should be a beauty.
You know, each of these teams, Kevin, has a guy who is in the running for the league lead in scoring. I'm, of course, talking about two guys that don't need introduction, Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. Going to be a lot of fun watching these guys try to one-up each other offensively.
And Clark, beyond just Jordan and Wilkins, plenty of other talented scorers on each of these teams as well.
Kevin, you make a very good point. I mean, these are two impressive high-octane lineups, which I think could result in this score really getting run up in a hurry.
This should be one to remember. And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright, in the middle.
Here we go. Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Now here's Rivers. Webb the pass to Rivers. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Pippen with the steal. Jordan against Webb. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Bulls. You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. Something that could be a difference maker in this one is Moses Malone's dominance on the glass.
I agree. I mean, Chicago is going to have to fight extremely hard to beat Malone to rebounds. He's relentless in pursuing them, especially offensive boards. But limiting the Hawks' second chance points, I think, is essential for this Bulls team.
Good observation. And the shot goes in from Koncak.
Boy, how about the confidence? I love watching him be that assertive down low.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Jordan outside with the fadeaway. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Jordan's got his second basket of the night. Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully. Oof. Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
You know, this is why Jordan is such an effective scorer. Picks his spots really well inside.
The two scoring leaders facing off. But to dig deeper, let's go to a guy who can dig as deep as any, David Aldridge. D.A.
Thanks, guys. We know that Dominique and Jordan's scoring will probably be the big story of the night, but there's a lot more to these guys' games that could affect the outcome. With Wilkins, we've seen a new focus from him on improving his rebounding, and as always, Jordan's defense can be just as impactful as his offense. Guys, back to you.
You know, David, that's an interesting point, and I think you're right. It's not just Clark about scoring tonight. It's got to be a multifaceted game. Wouldn't you agree?
I certainly would, Kevin. Limiting your opponent's touches and disrupting their shot attempts and their offensive flow, I think could be the real name of the game in this one. You just can't get it done with offense alone.
I know Jordan takes pride in his defense. We'll see if that's true tonight.
Yep, we'll keep an eye on that.
The #1 objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what... Jordan giving these Chicago fans what they want with authority.
The Hawks trail it. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Malone, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Malone owns the paint area of the floor. Nobody coming in there messing with him.
Pippen outside. Pass to Jordan. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
For the Hawks, Willis, he checked in for Concat. Carr comes in for Moses Malone. And Smith subbed in for Spud Webb. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Jordan against Rivers. Smith kicks to Wilkins. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
8 seconds left to play in the first.
Cedric Tony.
Just 3 on the clock, and the jumper falls for him.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Gets it off. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Hawks lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA.
Cartwright is out there with Grant. Then it's Pippen. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Paxson in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Grant inside, really willing to fight for his territory. Going hard against the defensive contact to get the finish.
And there's the pass to Smith. Goes up to the stripe. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court strategy.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no denying that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like him. Chemistry between players and head coaches is critical.
Well, you know, you played a long time, and you know how important that connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
Now, looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. And the Hawks making a change here. Malone's checked in for Willis. Livingston comes in for Carr. Doc Rivers, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Webb in for Tony. Down low, it's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, the separator with Jordan from other guys is his drive. That's obvious in my mind. He wants to win more than most anybody else out there on the floor.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league, with explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Like we were talking about size, both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Koncak and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin, and then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10", so, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
Yeah, it'll be a battle for sure. Clock at 4. That shot off the mark. Clark, how do you think the Bulls have done so far in defending Dominique Wilkins?
I think they've done a solid job, quite honestly. I mean, they've taken away the easy looks for him, and they're making him work for every shot. Kevin, that's really all you want to do against a great scorer like Wilkins.
Yeah, make him work for every bucket. That's a good point. Jordan outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Moses Malone.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul call.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Jordan.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady.
Passes to Webb. He feeds it to Malone. Knocks it loose and stolen by Jordan. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about Clark everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And, Kevin, I think that speaks to, obviously, the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization, too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show, his whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this really special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
Wilkins, the pass to Rivers. Here's Malone, and the shot is long. And here are the Bulls now, outpacing them right now in a 15-2 run. No good from Jordan. The Hawks trail by 11. Pass to Webb. Pass to Malone. Count it, good. Malone's got his third bucket of the night. Jordan outside. Puts the move on. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Pretty good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
Chicago shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Line for your Bulls.
One shot.
Michael Jordan. Shooting 1.
Free throw good, Jordan. Wilkins dishes to Tony. Wilkins surveying the defense. Back to Tony. Fires the three. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We come back right after this. So welcome back, everyone, to the third quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins have been going at it. And here are the Bulls now. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
On the court for Atlanta, Malone is out there with Dominique Wilkins. Then it's Conkamp. Then there's Webb. And it's Rivers in at the shooting guard. Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Back to Pippen. Kicks it out to Jordan. Pippen down low. Guarded by Webb. And that one's good by Pippen. We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
Here's Jordan, and the Bulls tack on two more.
Not surprising at all to see Jordan piling up points, playing with a lot of determination and grit, and insisting on being aggressive looking for his shots.
Rivers passes to Webb. Back to Rivers. Here's Malone. Gets it to fall from the right block. That's now 8 points for Moses Malone. You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. And another great look at the 2K drive. Chicago leading by 12. Jordan looking it over. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Wilkins. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
You know, Wilkins gives you a lot of highlights, but this time showing you he can get gritty and get his hands dirty, absorbing the contact and still getting the shot in the air.
Atlanta making some changes. Willis, he checked in for Concac. Carr comes in for Malone. And Smith subbed in for Webb. Both free throws good from Wilkins.
These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 10. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
Offensive rebound. Jordan outside. There's the pass to Cartwright. Outside for Jordan. 2 seconds left. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. That one is off. The Hawks making a switch here. Tony's checked in. And he's good on the second. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level, and Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right. Feeds to Jordan.
Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
He's been knocking down free throws tonight, going 8 for 9.
Well, he's been locked in and the zone at the free throw line.
Free throw good, Jordan. He's perfect from the line this time.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Smith kicks to Wilkins. Back to Smith. The rebound by Cartwright. Cartwright's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jordan finds Pippen. Jordan against Wilkins, and a wide open look for Jordan. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Jordan's got 33 points. Smith against Jordan. Willis with a screen on Jordan. Smith. Carr in the post, working on Grant. Carr, no good.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
And it's sent back by Wilkins. Here's Tony. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Chicago. 13 points up at the end of the period. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. Right back after this break. Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 13-point game.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
Paxson is out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Grant, and there's Cartwright, and it's Pippen in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Jordan. That one wide left.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks finishing with force. Whoa!
Shook that building all the way up. Boy, you love the swagger in MJ's game. Going up high and throwing it down hard.
Looking back at the third quarter, Clark, Jordan had the lead over Wilkins for points scored in that period.
And Kevin, that could bode very well for MJ. Maybe some momentum coming into the fourth quarter where he has to continue to outduel Wilkins.
No good from Jordan. The Hawks trail by 13. A leaner. Bank shot, no good. Michael Jordan's presence felt by every fan in attendance. Michael's game goes to an even higher level when Atlanta enters this building. It's a rivalry that Jordan welcomes each and every time. Webb the pass to Willis. Here's Malone. Rebound by the Bulls. Cartwright's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Clark, as we come toward the end of this game, winding our way toward the finish line, the Bulls are doing all they can to limit Dominique Wilkins' production.
And it's working. They're making a strong effort to keep Wilkins from getting a lot of shot attempts.
Here's Jordan, and he lays it straight in. Jordan's got 39.
Found the crease, took advantage, and got it in close.
Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
Here's Willis. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And they double up Jordan to the paint. Here's Grant trying to get open as Pippen. Grant, that's good.
Very impressive stuff from Grant there. Tremendous concentration.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Webb the pass to Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Malone kicks to Rivers. And it goes down 2 points.
You know, this is why Moses Malone's teammates like playing with him, because when they're uncovered and open, he finds them.
Jordan outside. Over Wilkins. And they get it back. The fadeaway. Jordan can't get it to go.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Wilkins can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 17. Oh, Jordan taking flight. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Webb the pass to Malone. Shoots over Cartwright. Malone's shot good. Malone's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Pippen down low. He's guarded by Rivers. That one goes. Count it.
And with this last run, they have shut the door on any chance of a comeback.
Paxson against Webb. Kicks it to Rivers. Inside. Here's Malone, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Clock is at 3. Here's Smith. That shot misses. And here are the Bulls now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Tony with it. It's rebounded by Paxson. On the wing, Jordan. It's taken away by Smith. And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond just the two stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jordan cleared and made the way, but the rest of the Bulls did a terrific job keeping up with him and putting a lot of pressure on this Hawk squad. Well done by the Bulls.
This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.